next game up here is the Cardinals and the Jags. And, talking about rookie quarterbacks, I mean, he was looking good, and then he crumbled. Trevor Lawrence looking good, and then crumbled, and actively lost them the game after he was actively winning them the game. So the Cardinals, another kind of getting down big, getting down bad game like we just saw last week against the Vikings. But once again, they come back, shake it off and stay the course and win the game. And that's why we have the Cardinals at number 2 in our power rankings coming into this week. And I think when we unveil our power rankings tomorrow on the show, we are going to keep them at number 2. Nothing's kind of set in stone yet, but this is kind of what we're actively thinking. Cardinals winning close games and coming down from behind on the road is huge here, folks. It's absolutely huge. We just saw the Bucs get down against the Rams. They couldn't come back. Now, the Rams are obviously better than the Jaguars, but still, given in the same scenario, the Cardinals took advantage, and we give them credit for that. Winning close games matters, folks, especially early on in the season when you figure out how to win. That's all the early football is. Practicing, getting what you were doing in the offseason in those preseason games, getting that down to a T so we're at least functional, and then building off of that for wins, and then building on how to win in games and tight game scenarios, and then going and beating the better teams, and then going and getting ready for the playoffs. That's kind of how you progress through the season. And early on in the season, this Cardinals team is finding ways to win when they're down, when they're turning over the ball, when they're down big, when they're down bad, forcing turnovers, scoring quickly, so you need multiple possessions in short amounts of time, and the Cardinals are figuring all that out, and this Cardinals team is absolutely looking really, really gosh dang good. So Cardinals win 31-19, and everybody else, they're talking about, we have the Chiefs in the top 2. They're number 1, they're number 2. We have the Bucs, number 1, number 2 in our power rankings, but nobody's giving any love to this Cardinals team, folks, except for us. So maybe kind of change up your sports talk show, so it's not all boilerplate, same thing every single day. We only talk about, the teams that give the ratings and nobody else. We talk about every single team, every single player here, and we have a full open view, and we are really kind of right way more than we are wrong, and we're right on this Cardinals one, and we will celebrate that all the way to the bank, baby. So the rest is on y'all. We're here. We're saying this. It's right. I don't know what more y'all want from us. But back to this game. Here we go. Cardinals, Jaguars. Let's start here with the Jaguars because they were looking good and serviceable. And that's what we just saw last week from Trevor Lawrence. We broke down every single throw. We watched every single throw. It took us 8-9 minutes to watch every single Trevor Lawrence throw from last week. And we liked it. Yes, his stat sheet did not look good. It looked trash. But him passing the ball, we definitely bought into. And that's kind of what we were seeing early in this game. And then he decided to throw an interception, and then it all unraveled from there. So the Jaguars, they get out to 7-0 deficit, but then they come back and make it 13. They get it going in the third quarter, making it 19-10, and then it just goes down from there. The Cardinals score a touchdown. Kyler Murray. What do we got? We got 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and they're down 2 scores, down 19 points, but Kyler Murray goes down and leads them to a touchdown, and then we get a Trevor Lawrence interception, and that leads to a touchdown there for the Cardinals. Unfortunate. So now they're up 24-19, and then they score another touchdown. The Cardinals score another touchdown, making it 31-19, and then they fumble twice, and it's game over. Trevor Lawrence can't lead the comeback. So Trevor Lawrence goes 22 of 34, folks. 22 of 34, which is 22 of 34. 64% completion percentage, really right in the wheelhouse of real solid. 219 yards on 22 completions, right on the border of dink and dunk. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Interceptions are almost inexcusable, folks. First interception comes in the first quarter, unfortunately, and he throws it in Arizona territory in the red zone. Cannot be doing that. No way. Luckily for the Jaguars, the Cardinals can't score any points off of that, so it's still 0-0 at this point, or 7-0 at this point. Cardinals are still in the lead. And then the second interception really just kind of brought down the entire game right here. This is truly the turning point in this game, the second interception. They were kind of in this game. They were winning up until this point, but he throws the interception, and it's game over from there in the third quarter. So Trevor Lawrence just got to clean it up a little bit for the most, but everything else, it's solid here by Trevor Lawrence. And once again, we probably will try to watch every single throw here by Trevor Lawrence in this game to get a nice, accurate picture. But so far, he is truly looking like the best rookie quarterback. All the rookie quarterbacks had real bad games this week, but Trevor Lawrence is looking like the one that's the most serviceable and should be able to kind of clean up all the mistakes the quickest. So Trevor Lawrence definitely got to kind of get a little bit better out here. Obviously cannot be throwing 2 interceptions and fumbling the ball twice as well. The last 2 drives he fumbled. Fortunately for them, the game was already over, but couldn't kind of come back, fumbling on the Arizona 24-yard line, trying to make it a 1-score game, and then fumbling again at the Arizona 16-yard line with 5 seconds left. So just bad turnovers here by Trevor Lawrence, giving away the game. All right, running game here for the Jaguars. James Robinson, 15 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. All right, who was Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball to? We have Marvin Jones, leading receiver for the Jaguars, 6 receptions, 62 yards. DJ Chark, 3 receptions, 49 yards and a touchdown. Laviska Shenault Jr., 4 receptions, 48 yards, and then James Robinson, 6 receptions for 46 yards. So Trevor Lawrence still actively spreading the ball around. That's good, but the interceptions, the turnovers need to be cleaned up. Alrighty, now let's talk about this Cardinals team. Off to a little bit of a slow start, only up 13-7 going into halftime. Never really blowing out this Jaguars team. It took a Trevor Lawrence interception in the third quarter to get this Cardinals team back on track to take the lead and then to just kind of win the game from that point on. So this Cardinals team, not getting out to a hot start, getting down, losing this game, down on the road, all of that setting in, and they still find a way to win this game. That's huge credit for this Cardinals team. I don't really take that as a knock. I'm not knocking this Cardinals team. I know a lot of other probably sports people are knocking the Cardinals, being like, well, they didn't even blow them out, and it was a close game the entire game. I take that as a good sign. I think that's a good thing, especially early on in the season when you're just finding ways to win games. The Cardinals are doing it, and I kind of weigh that heavily, and that's why we have them as one of the top tier teams in this league. So here we go. Kyler Murray, 28 of 34, and he didn't even throw a touchdown. The Cardinals put up 31 points and won the game without Kyler Murray throwing a touchdown. That's super impressive. But let's get the completion percentage, 28 of 34. 82% completion percentage. Fantastic there. 316 yards. Fantastic there. No touchdown, 1 interception. Interceptions and not great. Let's see when he threw his pick, and he threw it on the opening drive of the second half. Once again, they were down, and he threw an interception. Fantastic by the Cardinals defense to not allow the Jaguars to capitalize on the Kyler Murray interception. So fantastic there. Great defense. Now let's talk about the running game. Running back by committee, James Conner, 11 carries for 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chase Edmonds, 11 carries for 26 yards. And then we got Kyler Murray, 7 carries for 19 yards. He had a rushing touchdown as well. So not terrible by the rushing game. Could have been obviously a little bit better. All right, and then Kyler Murray throwing the ball. A.J. Green, loving that he's back in the picture, baby. Leading receiver for the Cardinals, 5 receptions, 112 yards. Can't wait to watch A.J. Green on Wednesday's show. We'll definitely watch all of his receptions. Got to celebrate A.J. Green, a kind of old school OG, best receiver in the league, kind of out of his prime here for this Cardinals team, still putting in the work. We love it. Second leading receiver here for the Cardinals, 7 receptions for Christian Kirk for 104 yards. Chase Edmonds, 7 receptions for 49 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, only 3 receptions, 21 yards. They put up 31 points with DeAndre Hopkins only putting up 21 yards. That is a huge success here for the Cardinals, folks. We should not be falling off the Cardinals because of all this. We should be praising and ranking them highly for how they're winning games, folks. It's absolutely fantastic. Well done here by this Cardinals team, and they didn't even really use their rookie Rondale Moore, who was a huge piece last week. So they're actively finding new ways to win, new people to get the ball to in key situations, and they still put up 31 points. They still win by double digits on the road, and man, oh man, this is all great things here by the Cardinals. Obviously, we want them to kind of clean it all up and win the games and blow every team out. I'm not saying, I want to see this by the Cardinals every single week, but a week here, a week there, winning real early on in the season, I don't take any of this as a negative here for the Cardinals. So, well done by Arizona. Truly unfortunate. This was Trevor Lawrence's game to win, and he ended up losing it himself. So, got to see Trevor Lawrence. These are growing pains for the rookie. Tough game here by the Cardinals to kind of beat, but they had the lead. They had the ability. Trevor Lawrence got to clean it up a little bit. Alrighty, after the game, real interesting here. Panthers just traded their tight end Dan Arnold, and we kind of celebrated him a little bit last week on our grades of the tight ends. We gave him a C+. He got a grade, so that's something. But the Panthers and Jaguars get a trade. So the Panthers get cornerback CJ Henderson from the Jaguars, and the Jaguars get tight end Dan Arnold. So we'll see if Dan Arnold, a solid option, nothing great, nothing bad, just solid out there for a tight end. We'll see if Trevor Lawrence can make that man work. But they lose one of their cornerbacks, so we'll see if that helps. I don't know if that's going to help, especially when you got kind of passed on all day. So that's what happened on the trade there. And then we get this, and this is what we're talking about, folks. This is why we're loving the Cardinals here. Kyler Murray on the Cardinals comeback win over the Jaguars says, quote, "The last 2 years, we would have lost that game for sure, being down." And that's what we saw last year for the Cardinals, not kind of winning all the games when they were down in. And Kyler Murray, kind of the process getting more clear, him and Cliff Kingsbury figuring it all out, and everybody buying in and not getting down on themselves for all the miscues and all the mistakes. They're going out and winning these games when they should have been losing them. That is huge, folks. Let's read the quotes here by Kyler Murray. Quote 1. Quote, "I'm glad we fought through adversity today. I'm frustrated, but as a team, I've been here 2-3 years now, and the last 2 years we would have lost that game for sure. To see us fight through that and come back on the road, obviously any given Sunday, not looking at anybody's record, you can get beat on any given Sunday by anybody. So it's good to get a win any way you can. That's why we come out here. That's what we came out here and did. And that's what the goal coming on the road, getting a win. And that's what we're leaving with. So once again, it's coming from Kyler Murray. I wouldn't have won this game 2 years ago. Our team wouldn't have won this game 2 years ago, but we've all learned. We've been growing. We've been getting better weapons. We've been figuring out our mistakes and correcting everything and just staying in the fight and never giving up, and big plays. And they come back and win this game as well. One more quote here by Kyler Murray. Quote, "I think the mental capacity of this team, the maturity of this team, we've been there. A lot of our young guys have stepped up. A lot of our young guys played a lot of reps, and me as well, not getting flustered. Coach Kingsbury not getting flustered. Us just sticking to it and seeing it through to the end." Folks, this is exactly why we love this Cardinals team. Exactly, Kyler Murray is putting it into his own words here, but this is exactly what we're talking about. Exactly why we will probably keep this Cardinals team still at number 2. Still can't put them over the Rams. Not going to put them over the Rams, but still definitely top 5, top 3, absolutely. And we'll see if they can keep their number 2 spot come tomorrow. But absolutely loving it. And, Kyler Murray talking about his young guys here. Rondale Moore last week, rookie out there, getting them in field goal position, right on the cusp of field goal position at the end of the first half. Rookie knowing all this game situational awareness and all that, buying in. Man, oh man, everybody's truly stepping up here for the Cardinals. Give this Cardinals team some credit, folks, some credit. I'm not going to be interested when the national media finally puts this Cardinals team in the top 5 of power rankings at week 10 and week 11. Be like, oh, did y'all know about this Cardinals team? Yeah, we knew about this Cardinals team. We had Cardinals at number 2 in our power rankings from week 1, folks. So I don't know what y'all want from us. Alrighty, so the Cardinals get the win. 31-19.